All right, welcome everyone to tonight's live webinar, YPR Opportunity Webinar, hosted by yours truly, Felipe Gabrielli. I want to welcome everyone to tonight's webinar. I want to give you guys some perspective as to kind of why you're checking out, this live webinar tonight. Obviously, someone, a friend, maybe a relative, a neighbor, whoever it was, wanted to put you in front of some information that could potentially help you in more ways than one. We're talking physically, we're talking financially. I mean, if you were involved in a concept that was pretty ground floor, it was going viral, and it could really help out a lot of people, who would you be excited to put the information in front of? Probably same thing, your friends, family, neighbors. And so that's really why you're on this call tonight, learning about this information. And it's just information. At the end of the day, information can change situations. We're not here to, sell you anything or convince you of anything. We're just definitely here to play our role in paying it forward and educating, a lot of young people, especially on what's happening right now all over the world, because we are part of a revolution, a YPR, a young professionals revolution. So before we get into it, guys, I want to give you a little background as to who I am. So once again, my name is Felipe Gabrielli. I'm 28 years old. I'm living right now just outside of Toronto, Canada. And my story started about 2.5 years ago. I was working in the health and wellness industry, been in that industry for the last 9 years, started as a personal trainer, quickly got into fitness management, where I was training, developing other personal trainers. And I started running my own business at the age of 21, my own gym. And I thought I had it all figured out. I mean, even at the age of 21, I was successful. I was making six figures, and a lot of people in my age demographic weren't necessarily doing that. So I did think I had it all figured out. But the problem for me was, I was working a lot. Like most people, when they're working a job or working for someone else, they put in a lot of time. For me, it was Monday through Saturday, 70, sometimes 80 hours a week, trying to live life on a Sunday. And it was rough, especially for me because I'm a family man. I have a beautiful wife here at home. I have two beautiful little daughters. And I just really found myself not having the time for the more important things in life. And that's when I knew something needed to change. I didn't know how I was going to change my situation. I just knew that I needed to be proactive and look for something that provided me, leverage and ultimately financial freedom so that I could be at home with my family, travel the world, do the things that I really wanted to do. And so I was on a mission. I started studying successful people, started networking with successful people, and I just wanted to learn what it was that they were doing. And I learned about a bunch of things that literally changed my life. One particularly being residual income, a concept of residual income. Getting paid over and over and over again, no matter what you were doing, after just putting in some initial work up front. At first time I heard that, I kind of thought it sounded too good to be true. And then I really took the time to understand it. And so I really want you guys to understand this, because this is a big part of why you're on this call here tonight. See, we're excited about an opportunity, especially in today's marketplace, right place, right time, right everything, that's paying us residually. So what that is an income coming in on a regular basis with little effort required to maintain it. Again, it's you do something once, but then you get paid over and over and over again. And I'll give you an example. Think of an author writing a book. The author writes the book up front, does the work once, but then every time that book is getting sold in stores, no matter where that author may be in the world or what they're doing, the author is collecting. They're getting paid royalties. That's residual income. If you're a big music fan, maybe Jay-Z or Drake, they put out a new song, a new album on iTunes. They could be anywhere in the world, having fun. But every time we're downloading their music, they're making money, they're getting paid. So as I started to understand this concept of residual income, I started figuring out that this is how wealthy people choose to get paid. There's a very small percentage of people, in fact it's 3% of the world's population that control all the money, 97% of the world's wealth. And this is what they do. They don't necessarily work for someone else. They definitely don't trade their time for money, which is essentially a job, which didn't make a lot of sense to me, and I'm sure it doesn't to you either, because what do most people complain about when they're working a job, when they're working for someone else? Never having enough what? Time and money. And yet they continue to trade time for money. It really didn't make any sense. So that's when I knew I needed something in my life that would provide me leverage and residual income. And it's funny how my story started with this company, Vima. We're going to definitely get into it and break it all down for you guys here tonight. But one of my clients, when I was working in the gym, Rick Duke, professional engineer, really respect the guy. He came into my sessions with some of the Vima products. Now, we're going to get into it. Like I said, Vima is a health and wellness company, but before anything, I saw some products that my client was consuming, and I just wanted to know more about what he was putting in his body. I saw the results he was definitely getting with these products and how it improved his overall health and performance. But I definitely wanted to do my own research. I got a hold of the clinical studies, and I just fell in love with what I found with these products. And so naturally, I got excited to start telling some people about it. Telling some of my clients and telling some of my friends and family, here's an amazing product line that we should all be consuming, we should all be supplementing with, for better health, which in my opinion is the greatest wealth. Without your health, you don't have absolutely anything. So as I started to do something that I found was so natural to me, he put me on the phone with his wife, and it wasn't a webinar like you guys are a part of tonight. It was just a simple phone call where she explained that there was a business opportunity attached to me simply sharing these amazing products. So, I was definitely curious. I definitely wanted to learn more. I was completely open minded. I've always known that a closed mind is the most expensive thing you could ever own. So, when I heard the information, it just made a lot of sense. It blew me away. And so, long story short, I've been able to 1 year into this opportunity, 1 year into this company, turn it into a six-figure residual income. Now I'm well over six figures, and I'm just an average guy. I really say this humbly. I don't say this to brag or boast or anything like that, guys, but I just say this to really prove to you that, it's happening, and that if I can do it, you can do it. I just have my high school diploma. All I did was I got excited about following a step-by-step system that taught me everything I need to know so that I can take control of my own financial situation and in turn my future. It's to the point now where, I get to work from home. I get to spend my days with my wife, my two kids. I'm that dad at the park in the middle of the afternoon while every other dad is out there working. And it's crazy, the freedom that residual income and leverage can provide you. So, in a nutshell, that's my story, but it's not about me. It's really about you. What do you want? Where do you want to be in the next, 5 years, 10 years? And do you have a vehicle that will allow you to get there? A vehicle that will allow you to live the life you want to live. Because at the end of the day, guys, I'm pretty sure when we were all kids, we didn't dream of growing up and working for someone else until, we're 65 or 75, like it is in today's economy. But here's the deal. The saying goes, if you don't build your own dreams, someone's going to hire you to build theirs. So what is it? Well, the company is Vima, and let me tell you a little bit about our CEO. The guy really, steering the wheel, so to speak. BK Barreco. This guy, I like to refer to him as the Steve Jobs of the health and wellness industry, and that's a huge industry. I mean, it's the next $1 trillion industry. It's the industry you want to be a part of, especially if you want to make a lot of money. Now, he won last year Executive of the Year, CEO of the Year, guys, at the Stevie Awards, something Steve Jobs has won in the past. So, I mean, talk about being with the right guy. So he has over 20 years of experience in the industry of health and wellness. He's done over $1 billion in sales with Vima's parent company. So he's really proven himself in the business world. And what we're the premier industry leader specializing in clinically studied, keyword clinically studied, liquid nutrition. Okay, we've got tons of awards and counting. It's ground floor. And this really excited me because if you know anything about business or opportunities, timing is everything. This is a 10-year-old company. We're fairly new. Vima was founded in 2004, where I'm from in Canada, only 3 years. And we're in 50 plus countries and still growing. Last year, get this, we did 221 million in sales, which was 89% growth from the year before. Now, if you know anything about business, again, those numbers would stand out to you, especially in today's economy. We are growing at an exponential rate, and we are on track to be a $1 billion company in the next 3 to 4 years. So what is Vima, and what do we do essentially? Well, again, we market some amazing clinically studied, liquid nutrition supplements. So Vima is actually an acronym. It actually stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. And it's basically all the vitamins and minerals that you need, you and I need, our parents need, our friends need, in a daily 2-ounce dose. Okay. Now, what our company has done, which is genius, and how they've really appealed to every single demographic out there and really have been able to capture mass market acceptance, is they've taken this 1 2-ounce formula, this one shot that Dr. Oz came out on record and said this is the best multivitamin on the market. And we've just put it into different delivery systems. Now, I'm not going to get into all the products here today, but, a couple that I will shout out that are, some of my favorites are definitely the Body Line. Now, the Body Line is personally endorsed by Chris and Heidi Powell themselves. You see them on the right side there, guys. The stars of the hit reality show ABC's reality show extreme weight loss. These are some of the top trainers in the world, and they're behind our body line. It's a weight loss program, from protein shakes to fat burners to cleanses. It's a complete program to really revolutionize your body and your life. And I love the protein shake, so I take that every single morning for breakfast. And then we got Verve, and Verve really excited me. It's a healthy energy drink, iced tea and coffee line. I mean, we know a lot of people out there that are drinking these drinks, energy drinks, tea, coffee, and these are all healthy for you. It's essentially that Vima 2-ounce liquid multivitamin and antioxidant, in an energy drink can, disguised as an energy drink, and we just simply added carbonated water. So some amazing, amazing products that, I'm sure we can all think of people right now that are already consuming a lot of these drinks, a lot of these products. And if they're not, they definitely should be. So it's more a matter of, taking the money that a lot of people are already spending, whether it's on Starbucks, Tim Hortons, junk food, fast food, things that people shouldn't be spending their money on, and transferring it into a convenient, healthier alternative. Now, I mentioned that there's a business attached to this opportunity, guys. And, let me really break down what it is that we do and how a lot of young people, especially young professionals, are coming in and following a system and are turning this into an extra, $100 a month residually, all on a part-time basis, $500 a month. That could be life-changing for a lot of people. That could definitely pay some bills. $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month. You can turn it into tens of thousands of dollars a month. There's success stories all over the world that are doing it, from 18 years old to well over 70 years old, guys. There's so many people involved in the Vima opportunity. It's crazy. So what do we essentially do? How does our business work? Well, we kind of call it social affiliate networking. It's kind of like Amazon.com meets health and wellness. So for you to understand how we're making money and how we're conducting business, you kind of need to take a look at a traditional business. Maybe we'll use Red Bull as a competitor. So Red Bull on average spends almost $1 billion a year on traditional advertising. Billboards, commercials, magazine ads, YouTube ads. Guys, can we agree that it no longer works? YouTube ads, like, what do you usually do when you see one? Probably skip ad like your life depended on it, right? Commercials, we fast forward it. Billboards, we're not even paying attention to those. We're too busy driving, or unfortunately, a lot of us texting. Don't text while you're driving, just on a side note. But that's the deal. No one pays attention to traditional advertising anymore. So our company knows that. And what they choose to do is just spend their advertising budget on a more social approach. Now, to me, this is genius. And everyone knows that word of mouth marketing is the most powerful form out there. If you go see a really good movie, what do you usually do afterwards? You probably talk about it, right? You probably tell some friends, hey man, you got to go check out that movie. You might put up a status on Facebook. You might tweet about it, right? Now get this. Let me use this analogy. Let's say you went to a really new restaurant and you had the best meal of your life. You had the best steak of your life. Would you probably want to tell some people about it? Probably, right? It seems so natural to do so. Now, what if that restaurant owner told you, hey, look, if you tell some people about it, however way you do it, Facebook, Twitter, face to face, whatever you do, and three of them, let's just say three of them decide that they want to come check out my restaurant and they have, they order a meal. Your meal is free next time you come in. Would you be more inclined to tell, a couple people to go check out that restaurant? Probably, right? No brainer. Now, what if that same restaurant owner told you, hey, look, not only will you get your meal for free next time you come in, but every time you tell someone and they come to eat, and let's say they tell someone, who tells someone, who tells someone, and it just snowballs from people telling people, and it all started with you, I'm going to send you a check residually every time those people come and order a meal, eat from my restaurant, people that you don't even know. Would you be excited to tell as many people as possible? Probably, right? Well, guys, that's essentially how our business works. We have some amazing products here that, are in the field of health and wellness. And we all value our health at the end of the day. We should definitely be proactive. We shouldn't be reactive. We all need to be supplementing. So here's a very simple and convenient way to get everything your body needs daily. And so when you just naturally get excited to share it with your friends, family, whoever, and they also want to, get healthy in the process, not only are you going to get your products for free, but you now qualify to make a residual income paycheck on a weekly basis. and it's all dependent on you, right? It's a results driven, type of income, right? So you get what you put in essentially, but the more people you share with, the bigger your paycheck is. And everyone you share with has an equal opportunity to also understand, the numbers, also understand, the opportunity in the marketplace. And if the light bulb goes off, like it went off for you, like it definitely did for me, they have an opportunity to make some, money as well too, guys. So it's really simple in terms of how to get started. Well, look, it's ordering product at the end of the day. If you wanted to open up a Starbucks, you're probably going to need some coffee. It's really a no-brainer. So we don't have any sign-up fees, contracts, commitments, none of that stuff, guys. All we simply do is we order product. Why? Because we obviously love these products. We want to consume them ourselves. We value our health, but we also need product on hand to be able to sample and distribute, and just be able to put them into the hands of our friends and our family so that they can try it, see if they love it. And I'm telling you, they will. The taste is amazing. And then now they're naturally going to want to go and get their product, but they don't get it anywhere else other than you. You get your own personal website, when you get started. So then what you do is you set up an auto delivery. So essentially what that is every single month, we as affiliates just order 2 products a month. Okay, that's our overhead. That's our investment, okay, in our health and in our business. 2 products a month. Now, I told you some of my favorite products. I love the protein shake and I love Verve, the energy drink. So those are the 2 products that I order every single month. Again, for my personal consumption, but to be able to sample out as well too. So it costs me about $5 a day to get healthy and to build a residual income business globally from my home. It's really a no-brainer. $5 a day for a lot of people is not even spending money. It's more transferring money you're already spending, like I said, from the Red Bulls, Monsters, 5-Hour Energies, whatever it is, Starbucks, Tim Hortons, fast food, junk food, alcohol. Guys, put it towards this that gets you healthy, that helps you build a residual income business all on a part-time basis. Download the app. The app trains you. It allows you to, see what's happening in your business. Essentially, you can run this business from the palm of your hand, which is why it's gone viral for, Gen Y, Generation Y, and why we call this a young professionals revolution. And then what you do, guys, is you get trained by the team. Now, get this, I got excited, the first time I heard the information, and I really took the time to get better educated. I took the time to get all my questions answered. And guys, I had questions, and I'm sure you do too. So I'm just going to tell you right now, get your questions answered. You really have nothing to lose. You possibly have everything to gain. I mean, this thing's been life-changing for me. It has been for a lot of people. It could potentially be for you. You would never know until you've gotten your questions answered. And only then can you make an educated decision on what's right for you in your future, right? If the timing's right. But see, I didn't really know how I was going to make this thing work for me. Like I said, I just had a high school diploma. I had no previous experience in anything like this before. I didn't know how I was going to do it. But the coolest thing is I didn't need to know. Why? Because there was a team of people that were here to train me step by step with our VIMA affiliate action plan, guys. And so we have a system, and a system literally stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. How would you like to save yourself some time, some energy, and definitely some money? Okay, guys, it's a no-brainer. So we have a proven 8-step system that trains you from day one on how to be successful. Given that, you're following the steps, you're coachable, and you're taking the action. Because at the end of the day, it works if you work. Okay, it's really that simple, guys. You can't build, $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. So, guys, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but once I started following the 8-step system, I started learning and earning at the same time, which I thought was really, really cool. And now you kind of heard my story as far as what it's done for me today, guys. But like I said, it's not about me. We've helped create a lot of success stories in 50 plus countries, but that's all in the past. I'm looking into the future. Right place, right time, right company, right products, right leadership, right everything. We're just looking for more of the right people. And that starts with you. We're looking for people who have a strong desire, for more out of their current situation, for more out of their life. Because, guys, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, you don't want to work for someone else for the rest of your life. You don't want someone telling you when to take your own family on vacation. I mean, it's unfortunate that that's what most people do. But here's the thing. They only do it because they don't know that there's another way. I'm not saying that our way is perfect because it's not. Nothing in this world is. I'm just saying it's better. It really, really is, guys. But you'll only understand where I'm coming from when you've taken the time to do what I did, which is do your due diligence. Get your questions answered. Get back with the person that invited you on the call today and say, hey, look, I don't know for sure if this is for me, but what I do know is I want to learn more. I understand that I have nothing to lose by learning more, getting better educated, because only then will I know if it's something that I want to pursue. And if it makes sense to me, I'm all in, and I will take this thing to the top if it means, creating a life of freedom for my family and my friends, guys. So, guys, I want to thank you for jumping on this call here tonight. It was just really short and sweet, just to deliver some key information that could, again, change your situation, given that you're taking the time to get all your questions answered after this call, guys. So I just want to send you back to the person that invited you to get those questions answered, and we look forward to teaming up with you and helping you on your 8 steps to success with the VIMA opportunity, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.